We all have this idea that you should be smart and work hard to become a millionaire. At the end of the day, lazy people achieve nothing. Fortunately, in the age of capitalism, the rules of the game are quite different, and you can get super rich even if you have the dumbest idea possible. Take an example of Alex Tew, who figured out a very creative way to pay back his student debt. At first glance, it seems like this idea is so freaking dumb that it would never work in a million years. Alex realized that making $1 million isn't as difficult as it seems. All he needed to do is to sell $1 product to 1 million people out of 7 billion people that are walking on the face of the earth. He created a simple website that consisted of a single page with 1 million pixels and decided to sell each pixel for a single dollar. You get the picture. Buyers could place their images, logos, or ads with an option to add a link to their website. But you can't do anything with 1 pixel, so he started selling them 10 by 10 with a minimum price of $100. His first customers were his friends and family since he was raising money to pay back his student loan. I mean, wouldn't you help your friend? Unless you don't have a student loan as well. But after the site made over $1,000, it got the attention of the press, who started writing about it, and now everyone wanted a piece of the pie. So within the next few months, the website earned over $250,000. The battle for the last 1,000 pixels was so fierce that there were auctions on eBay and eventually sold for over $38,000. The $1 million homepage made over $1 million in just 5 months, helping Alex not only pay back his student loan, but become a millionaire. What would you say to someone who plans to become a millionaire by winning a lottery? Idiot, right? Because your chances to win a lottery is 1 in 45 million. But that's exactly what Joanne Ginther did. She won the lottery in 1993 and earned over $5.4 million. And since she has a Stanford PhD in statistics, she did the math and came up with a strategy to win the lottery again. It sounds like a joke because if it was possible to mathematically win the lottery, everyone would do it. But it seems like she's the only one. She managed to win the lottery for another 3 times. Her next win came after 13 years in 2006 when she won $2 million. Of course, it's not as big as her first win, so 2 years later, she decided she needs to match her first prize and won another $3 million, making her total winnings $10.4 million. That seems like enough money to retire. However, not for Joanne. She decided she needs another $10 million to never worry about her bills again. In 2010, she won another $10 million, and it seems like she has retired, since we haven't heard about her again. Just a little disclaimer, before we move to our next hero, let me just say something. I'm not encouraging anyone in any way to spend his or her savings on lottery tickets. However, what you can do is buy a domain for pennies and then sell it for millions later on. I'm not sure if that's going to work now, but that's exactly what Chris Clark did. When he realized that vodka.com was sold for $3 million, he figured out what to do with the domain that he has purchased back in 1994 for just $20. What was another source of a liability since he was paying the annual fee to keep the domain around turned Chris into a multi-millionaire overnight. He put the domain up for an auction and the rest is history. He sold it for $2.6 million. The number of people who got super rich out of ridiculously dumb ideas is way longer than this video could possibly cover. But you get the picture. If you come across an idea that looks like it would never work because it's simply dumb, it might be worth giving it a shot. And while you are thinking how to win the lottery this year or which domain to buy, how about you give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Of course, you can also take the extra mile and click on that bell button. Anyways, thanks for watching and until next time.